Hello, everyone. My name is Susan Damiani, and I'm the Director of Gift Planning at St. John's University. I'm also the Director of the McAllen Society, which is our legacy society. And if you've been following our electronic newsletter since March, I have a section in the newsletter called Hello from a Certain Area. Today, I'm really excited. I am going to introduce you to an alumnus. His name is Mark Misk. I believe, are you 1989 CBA?
1988.
88. Oh, I was so close. I should have known this. I prepared it and I can't find it in my notes. Sorry. See, I was making you should be happy. I'm talking to Mark. Well, he's in his car because he is a very, very busy entrepreneur. So I really, it's amazing. Your whole staff at Clovis Point, and I should point out that Mark and his dad are owners of the Clovis Point Vineyards in Jamesport, New York. So I was going to pretend that we're in Jamesport, but since you're in the car, where are you actually?
I'm actually in Woodside, Queens right now.
Ah, very nice. Okay, so this is going to be hello from Woodside, Queens today. And the reason why I asked Mark to take time out of his extremely busy schedule, like I said, he's a busy entrepreneur. He's always working on so many different things. I really don't know how you do it, actually. But what we're really focused on is Clovis Point Vineyards, because on Tuesday we're going to have a power hour at your vineyard. And you have graciously welcomed St. John's University, our society members, every summer. We have this fabulous, barbecue. The last one, I'm so glad we got to do a lobster bake, which everyone had such a great time. And believe it or not, everybody was coming up to me and saying, "Oh, are we going to get together over the summer?" And I'm like, no, it's a pandemic and the university is not allowing me to have in-person events, even though I know that you are, welcoming guests to the vineyards, that it's open and they can do the wine tasting with tapas. I've been there, I visited. I was actually there yesterday. And if you go, Mark's staff, I know why he can do everything so perfectly, because your staff is stellar, I have to say. They are so warm, hospitable. Over the years, they've really been terrific to us, and we really appreciate it. So let me turn it over to you. What has this all mean for you, working within this pandemic, specifically with the vineyard? Has it changed much? Obviously, your operations, I'm sure.
Definitely changed quite a bit.
Mm,
The in-person, personalness of the tasting, personalness of the tasting has really gone away.
mm.
Um, Had to, like everybody else, comply with all the proper protocols. So we're taking a lot less guests, and we're not doing our tastings the way that we would normally do them at our tasting bar. Um, we are staggering entry. We're you know, doing it in different sessions on the weekend so that we can accommodate as many people as possible, but we're not bringing in as many people. So, of course, like everyone else, it's affecting our business. But we are still having a busy season to the best extent we can. This time of year is very busy for us, obviously, harvest
Hmm.
time for the North Fork in general. All of the farms and farm stands and businesses seem to be doing very well as far as traffic. But everybody's struggling because we were all shut down for a good 2 months at least, almost 3 months before we could even open the doors again. And then had to spend a lot of extra money just to get ready to open, to have all the proper, uh, protocol in place.
Yeah, I could see
But
when I was at the vineyards, you have a really good system. And when you were saying the bustling and the traffic, because we've heard so many people have escaped from New York City, I have noticed that I almost felt like I was in Queens when I'm driving around there, because it's really busier,
yeah,
especially I was there during the week. It's busier than normal, right?
and you can imagine what the weekends look like then, even busier.
Mm, mm-hmm,
So the good news is we did have a very good growing season this year.
great.
Our crop, the weather was right for growing. It did not have a lot
Mm-hmm,
of rain. It was a nice long dry summer, so that led to good crop that we're expecting to have a good vintage be produced this year. So maybe one good thing could still come out of 2020. But we're
That's good.
still open. We're still inviting people to come out, and just that we're doing everything now by reservation. Nobody's just walking in off the street. So if you want to come in, just give us a call and make a reservation and come down. We're happy to have you in. We're still doing tastings only during the week, but not on the weekends. And we're still there. The wine is still there. We still have music. We still have people. But it's just a little bit of a different atmosphere.
Right.
Although everybody's come in seems to be really happy with the way that we've set it up and comfortable and enjoying themselves. So
That's great. And definitely we should encourage them if they want. They can see a live discussion about food and wine pairing with our own chef Danny and your wine expert Heather on Tuesday, October 13th at 1 o'clock. Let me just ask you, because the one thing I didn't share with the group is it was funny when I was looking for a vineyard and I was hoping an alum would own a vineyard, because obviously we'd rather give the business to an alum than somebody that we don't know. And we uncovered that you owned the vineyard, and I looked at the name and I thought it sounded familiar. And I just want to share with everyone that ironically, Mark's family, his older brother went to school with me in grammar school. We all grew up in Jackson Heights, Queens. So it was really nice. And in fact, our producer is a waiter at Bistro Eloise, which is located in Jackson Heights, Queens. And we're going to have a power hour at the ends of October. So Tuesday is going to be very Jackson Heights influence, which is great. But Mark's two other brothers, St. John's, right? And then they went on to St. John's Law School.
correct, yes.
Right. So you have quite a legacy at St. John's University.
My niece is actually there right now doing a doctorate.
Oh, terrific. That's great. So all in the family. And your father is running the vineyard while you're in Queens working on your other businesses?
My father ventures out there almost every weekend.
Mhm.
Loves to spend time there. We have the house there right next to the vineyard.
That's
So,
great.
definitely on the ground a lot there. And
I hope I see him on Tuesday. I keep missing him.
I don't know if he was there during the week, but he's
Yeah.
out there.
Oh, okay. And tell us very quickly, Heather was sharing why you named it Clovis Point. I thought that was very interesting.
It's a short story that you'll see actually written on the back of our bottles as well. It was just that when we planted this vineyard in 2000, they were cultivating the ground, and we were coming to try and figure out a name for this vineyard, for this wine. And they found some stones, some rocks that some of the historians there had dated back to the indigenous culture there in Long Island. And that Clovis Point is sort of a carved rock figure that is used as a tool and as a weapon in some cases. And they have actually a couple of the Clovis points on display in the museum in Riverhead. So they had found what they thought was some possible artifacts from that area, and so it came to our mind to name the vineyard after the Clovis
That's
point.
great. That's clever. That's great. Well, I could say I've tasted your wines, from all the past events that we've had, and it's really delicious. So I hope everybody will come out and support you during this challenging time. I want to thank you, because I know you are very busy, to come out and come on this hello interview with us. I really appreciate it, and it's always a pleasure working with you and your dad. And please send my best to your brothers. Tell Joseph I would like to see him one of these days. I haven't seen his brother since.
You're gonna have to tell him yourself. Get him in.
Bye-bye.
Trying not.
Okay.
All right, Susan. Nice to
All
see
right,
you.
will do. I know, I will. Yeah, same here. Thank you. Be safe. All right, bye-bye.